secrets lie in the depths of the Mordor. The little dwarf king and his people will soon know more than they dared imagine. But what is this? Another dwarf stands upon the threshold.
The little dwarf king and his people will soon know more than they dare to imagine. Wonderful. Yes, another two dwarves stand at the threshold. It is quiet here, Pinevere. If Voskmoon and the Firehorns came to this place, they did so by another way. Knowing Voskmoon, he probably marched his army right up to the gates of Barad-dûr. Ha! There will be no tales of proud dwarves this day, my friend. Voskmoon's pride does his folk no good at all. Now, we must find some sign of him or his folk before we are discovered. Let's go! Alright, so let's do some searching. Oh, I don't like the look of this at all. Well, there is that. We must find the passage into the Mordath Pinevere, and we must do it swiftly. Swiftly. Well, there's only one way at the moment. Well, this doesn't look particularly pleasant. Not pleasant at all. No, I can't go that way apparently. How about this way? More bodies. Somebody slew all these people. The Firehorns or somebody else? Quite a cut. Oh my. This place looks really nasty. Maybe it's best I can't go in that door. It seems to be sealed. Nothing that way, apparently. What about... Isn't there another path that I missed somewhere? Well, let's see. Oh, Gimli, you think there is something this way? Well, I did see a door and some other things. By Durin's beard, what terrible works! What is this place? Yes, the Firehorns left a trail of dead all over the place. The caverns suddenly grow wider as you come to dwarfed by statues of Sauron and his servants. What is this? Voskmoon and his Firehorns must have come through here, for the trail of dead has led to this chamber. Look, the passage descends even further. Oh no, Pinevere. Don't you dare think I've become jealous. Whatever this place might be, it's no Khazad-dûm. Ah, but something here leaves me uneasy, my friend. Does it seem to you that statue is looking at us? Because it sure seems to me. Sauron! It can't not be! Begone, dwarf! Dwarf! I am Gimli, son of Glóin, warrior of Durin's folk! And if I mean to enter Mordath, I will! Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here. This is a rather strange turn. All right. All is as planned. The Dwarf King leads his people into certain doom. He shall not find the ring he seeks, but he shall find the rings that were lost. Oh boy. Well, that was creepy at least. Its threats to the very end. The rings that were lost. Is this some sort of trap, I think? Some kind of trap? I don't like the sound of this at all. We're going to need more than you or I if Voskman the Firehorns went down there. And if you ask me, we shouldn't wait around for those eye-mad cultists to find us either. Let us return to the ruins of Dingarth and tell Legolas and the Stout Axes of what we have learned. Oh yes, that this place is really nasty. And here are the Stout Axes that we were able to get out of the spire. Perhaps we could rescue a few of them that were over in Unun or something like that at some point, but it's a start. I hope it's not a finish. So, Voskmon has led them into Mordoth, and into a trap laid by Sauron himself. The Order of the Eye has sent many of its number into the black pits in search of the hidden vault, and now Voskmund and his firehorns have traveled there. Is this the making of a new war for Mordor? Or has Sauron worked to ensure that he did not fall alone? Perhaps it's neither. Whether it is this day or another, Voskmund and his firehorns must be freed from their delusions. He leads them down a treacherous path, and I do not think whatever is in that vault shall set all to rights. But, in the meantime, my folk will keep a close watch on the abyss. When the time comes, we hope that you and Gimli will stand with us against whatever evils lurk in the Mordoth. And here is Gimli, flanked by a couple of Stout Axes. We have done a good thing for these dwarves, Pinebeater. If they had rescued Voskman themselves, as Zoreth had hoped, I do not believe it would have been any different. Perhaps worse, but certainly not better. It is a sorry fate that Sauron devised for Voskman, and I refuse to abandon hope that he still might be freed from the ring's influence. If that day should come, we must honor the dwarves who fell in service of their king. We must honor those whose blood was spilled to ensure the freedom of the dwarves of Mordor. Sparkorth, and those who still call themselves Stout Axes, have sworn oaths to keep watch on the lands of the Orarmoth while our friends and allies remain here. And once that's done, I shall escort them to Erebor myself. You have done me and the dwarves of Mordor a great honor. Well, let's... Ooh, and what do you... And that ends the Stout Axe storyline here in Mordor. And I'm quite disappointed that they did not add a few things that relate directly to the Stout Axe characters. But now that I see that nothing at all has changed in relation to being a Stout Axe, I see absolutely no reason to continue on the questings within Mordor. So I am calling this series a close because I came here to learn how they handle the Stout Axes for a Stout Axe character, and now I see what it is. So this concludes the series, and this is farewell for that. And this is Pine Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.